took ourselves too seriously.
What I love most about the band is I think I'm a little more like quiet and subdued on a normal day. But the rest of the guys in the band, when we tour around, we go places, they're loud, they're brash, they're hilarious, and it's just kind of always fun when we go to festivals and stuff. I know that the Supertones are always going to stand out as this loudly fun and obnoxious group of people.
Every show we ever did, the second, third song, Mojo would always just stop and say, hey, we just want everyone to know the reason why we're here, the reason why we play all these songs is not just to sell albums and not to play music, but to always glorify God.
I remember being out on the road and thinking it was just the greatest thing to be on the road, in a bus, in a van, or flying somewhere, being able to do this for God and play music. And so I always thought that was so fun. And being out on the road with some of my best friends was real fun. So pretty wild to think that. Just knowing each other even from band back in junior high, through high school, jazz bands, marching bands, orchestra, musicals, like all that stuff just so fun. To, you know, traveling the world together, to, you know, being in ministry together, and now to look and know we're doing life together, and our families hang out, and we do holidays together, and we celebrate birthdays, and we really enjoy getting together. We even do a lot of the same stupid jokes that we've been doing for 20 plus years. They still come out, and now we're making our kids laugh at them. And so it's super meaningful to know that we're all following the Lord, and you know, just trying to always grow in that area is incredible. And I look forward to, you know, the rest of our lives together.
I loved our live shows. Supertone fans were always the best. I mean, the way they just it was so fun. I can remember a couple instances, one being the Purple Door Festival, where the power went out and it started raining, and instead of, they kind of shut the show down, and it was totally raining, and everyone stood out there, and we just started worshiping God in the middle of the rain, everybody with hands lifted up in pouring rain in the middle of this festival.
Philadelphia, I love the Electric Factory. That was a great show. I think we played there maybe like 3 or 4 times, and it was always amazing.
You know, usually one that would come to mind that we enjoyed was one that went really well. You know, where there was a bunch of people there who were really excited and you played very well. But, you know, one thing that you don't always see, because you would never put it in a video, are the shows where you show up and there's just a few people and you know, like they're not too into it or whatever, or there's something else that's going badly wrong. I was always really proud of how we learned over the course of our careers in live band to make the best of those really difficult shows, right? Anybody can rock a show that's going great. It takes a good band to rock a show that's going badly. And so, you know, we really kind of pulled together as a team on those shows. You know, when people didn't want to stand up and dance and jump around, we made them stand up and dance and jump around. When people were waiting for the next band to come on, we made them, you know, enjoy what we were doing. Yes, we made them. And so just to have a group of guys where you know you can do that, where we can all rely on each other to say, hey, this thing is going sideways, this is going badly, no one wants us on this stage, and we are going to do our absolute best. I think that has a lot more to do with like what it means to do something for the glory of God, is when there's no other glory to be had. You know? And so we're going to get up there and play to 20 people like we play to 20,000.
I do remember playing the show in Massachusetts where all the power went out. Down in the basement, some transformer blew or something happened, and it didn't stop us, it didn't stop the crowd. Actually, we had a really good time. We still, I think Jason got up on stage and controlled the scene, and we all sang. I think somebody got up there and sang Unite. It was just a really good time. It was proof that God was still in this, and we didn't need power to do it. It was awesome.
And it was just neat walking into some of these places and just walking in as clearly Christians, knowing we're that influence, and
in that scene. You know, and even some of the concerts we did during that season were pretty heavy. Just being able to take your faith into areas that were a little more darker, scenes that were a little darker, concert venues and shows that were a little darker. To be able to be the light in that was pretty amazing, pretty powerful, pretty humbling.
We had one road pastor that told us that he said he was on the Strike Back tour when we were sitting around before a show. He encouraged us. He says, look around the room, guys. If you aren't friends with these guys 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, then your ministry will be worth nothing. And here we are 20 years later.
Listening to the music, or caring about the Supertones, it really means a lot. We poured our heart and souls into this.
Geez, without you guys, and we wouldn't have the chance to do this. Over the years, showing up to city after city, jumping around and having fun and singing lyrics and letters you used to write in the old days, just encouraging us. That kept us going. I love you guys a lot. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for being there. And, you guys are the best.
Yeah, it's just humbling. I mean, really, I get emotional a little bit just thinking about it. It says, you know, I remember just way back we'd get letters, you know, it was before social media and all that. We'd get letters, and my mom kind of early years dealt with a lot of the fan mail, and it was just stuff that was gnarly. I mean, it was people just saying, you know, Supertones got me through suicide attempts, got me through eating disorders, got me through depression, got me through divorces. I mean, bad breakups, you name it. And that was just, it was amazing to read that stuff, to just see and hear stories over the years. It shows, I mean, what's cool and wild is to think how many more stories are even out there that God used our music, used our band in a way that we won't know till heaven.
Your support's unbelievable, but mostly just to hear how God has worked in your life, how God has worked in your life at the live shows, and seeing people encouraged and whole groups of people, no matter what denomination they are, no matter what gender, no matter what age, young, old, all that stuff was always broken down at our shows because we all came together as one in the body of Christ, and everybody exalted the living God and praised Him. Everybody is in real life. We just are so thankful for that. So to all the Supertone fans, till the end, we love you guys.
Show's about to start. I know that there are people who have flown here from across the country.
Yeah, Georgia!
That means a lot. That's more than we could ever understand.
Huntington Beach.
So, here we go. One last time.